This video is brought to you by Digital Greyhound Racing, a new NFT game by BetNFT. The game is launching soon. For more information, go to betnft.run. Hello everyone, welcome to Greyhound Gold. James Broadhurst with you, filling in for David Short, and with me is the main man, Brett Honey. How are you, Brett?
That's a very impressive intro, JB. Good to see you, mate. Looking forward to hopefully backing a few winners this weekend. Good cards across both nights. Let's get stuck in.
Yes, indeed. Before we do that, though, Brett, you have found a dog to look out for from last week, and I think a lot of people are going to have their eyeballs peeled every time this dog goes around.
Absolutely. This is the next big thing in WA Greyhound racing. The runner week goes to Throttle last week. This is race 5 on Saturday night. The race begins with Barrio Beast, Nova Nugget from box 6, beginning well. Hurricane Taylor's promised it, but you see this blue dog out in the middle of the track, Throttle, making many ground around that bend. Well, Barrio Beast does go to the lead, but you just see Throttle warming up behind. Was never too far away. You would have taken $1.01 in the run. Eventually got the better of Barrio Beast, scooted away. 29.60 the overall time. Now this dog is not running these times on the arm. He's back in the field. He's navigating his way through. He's getting the job done. Throttle 1, Barrio Beast in 2nd, Hurricane Taylor 3rd. Throttle's section was on the evening, 5.53, 18.39, 11.21. It was the run home, 29.60 overall. That was Throttle's best first section for a little while as well, which is a promising sign going forward. Obviously, it's hard to win those harder races when you're going 5.65 to the mark, but if he can keep beginning like that, this dog's track sense is something that I've never seen before in WA, at least, JB. I'm not as across the form in Victoria, but this dog, since I've been following greyhounds in WA, this dog's got real X factor, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for Throttle.
Definitely got the inbuilt GPS system going.
It's like he's got a jockey on top. It's unbelievable.
Impressive for such a young dog. So you are one of these subscribers to the fact that this dog's going to blow up? It's a big call.
Yeah,
and a lot of pressure
he'll
put
win.
on
He'll win feature races. I think more the debate is whether it's over the sprint distance or over the 600s and 700s. Now, I've always been, believe that you got to run your 545s, 550 at least to win those feature races. But again, I haven't seen dogs like this. You've seen dogs come from off the arm, run really good times before, and might happen once or twice, and it's because a gap opens up or they get a really good map or what have you. But the way this dog changes direction, he's happy to go underneath dogs. He's happy to go around dogs as well. The world's his oyster if he can just keep it together, and I think wherever they go with him, he's from the right kennel too to make all those right decisions as well. I'm just excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Plenty of success have come out of the Robartson's kennel over the years for sure. Hey, look, really looking forward to seeing the progression of this dog. Really looking forward to these races on the weekend. Brett, why don't we try and find a winner or two, starting with that meeting down at Mandurah there on Friday night?
Absolutely, can't wait. My best bet comes up in race 8, and that's number 1, Angus Road. This is a newcomer from Victoria. Loves box 1, so had 6 starts from the Cherry for 5 wins. A lot of these wins that he's had 16 wins in his career. A lot of those have been around best on night times along these one-turn tracks across Victoria. So going to that Mandurah 405 metre start, that's pretty good form. Look, this dog's got form around the likes of Koblenz, Mapunga Warrior early on in his career. Recent times has bumped into dogs like Hennessy, who's a very good short courser in Victoria as well. Look, if he's half right here, he should just bolt in on Saturday night. He's my best bet. Race 8, number 1, Angus Road.
Angus
Young, it's been a while since I listened to ACDC. I might have to tune in again.
Get on board.
Absolutely, on the way down to Mandurah. My value, race 9, number 8, Incredible Pinto. This greyhound won a heat of the Mandurah Oaks. The way the boxes have panned out here, I think it's a 2-dog race between Incredible Pinto and Fired Up Billy. My dad, Augie, is in the race, but just from box 4, she does want to get off the track, and just it looks a bit awkward there. And with Shirakaba in 7, who's a rail, I just see Incredible Pinto getting a really good map here. I think she can camp on Fired Up Billy, who's got a really good middle section, but I think Incredible Pinto is that dog in the race that can go with it in that middle stage. Is very strong to the line, so a bit of value there. Race 9, number 8, Incredible Pinto, along with my best bet, race 8, number 1, Angus Road. How about yourself at Mandurah on Friday night, JB?
Well, my best bet, Brett, I'm heading towards the race 4, the dog jumping out of box 1, Bamsy's Boy. Shorty and I agree on this one. We'll show all of his tips at the end of the show as well. Look, should be a layup for this dog, just the way it's been racing at the moment. Yeah, you don't agree?
Wow.
You think
it's a
that's
big call? No, I'm happy with it.
I
like the confidence and I haven't heard layup as a term to describe. Straight to the rim, no
2
defense.
points, 2 easy points. We will see, and that's what I'm going for as well. Look, there are some handy dogs in this. Blackpool Bolt certainly a threat, but just the way Bamsy's boy has been racing at the moment, absolutely superb. The way he's handled this rise to free-to-all level,
absolutely, and the way the boxes have panned out here too. Blackpool Bolt's got 2, and Bamsy's boy got 1. That exact same situation happened last week. Bamsy's boy was obviously able to hold out Blackpool Bolt. A couple of those others who were in this race were in that race as well, and won fair and square there. Bamsy's boy
certainly did, and look, he does spray wide on that corner, so that possibly the vulnerable point for him as he comes into the home straight. But look, racing too well to go past at the moment. Bamsy's boy, race 4, number 1. And my value bet, I'm heading towards race 5, number 4. Who Told Tough? Had those runs at Cannington over the past month or so. Didn't fire. We can all acknowledge that.
Yes,
but
back to familiar territory though.
Exactly right. The last time he was at this track and distance, 27.37. If you don't mind, Brett, very quick. I think he's much more suited down there on the Peel circuit, so I'm happy to get on board with him, and hopefully he'll be back in the winner's circle. Race 5, number 4, Who Told Tough on Friday night. What about up at headquarters on Saturday night, Brett? Of course, we've got this big final of the Winter Cup. You're not heading there for your bets, though, are you?
No, that's harder to pick than a broken nose, that race. It's pretty clear. That's a really even card, actually. I don't think there were too many good things. My best bet comes up, race 4, number 3, Hurricane Taylor. This greyhound has been bumping into Throttle and has had a good little rivalry with Barrio Beast behind Throttle in recent times. These two greyhounds go head-to-head here. Now, Barrio Beast has got box 7. Hurricane Taylor's got 3. Now, he does begin well, Hurricane Taylor. Not the greatest muster compared to some others here, but just because he can begin well, just think he can get to the rail here. Now, Barrio Beast will cross, but just with how the boxes worked out, I think Hurricane Taylor can sit much closer to Barrio Beast this week, and he's a much stronger dog to line. He can go about 11.35 home. I'm a big fan of Hurricane Taylor, and this kind of setup, I think, works well for him. So, race 4, number 3, Hurricane Taylor. My value goes to the free-for-all in over 380 metres in race 7. There's number 1, Turbo Fun. Hasn't got the greatest record at Cannington, but does have a PB here of 21.60. Now, that's pretty quick, JB.
Definitely.
Box 1 suits here. This greyhound's got form around the likes of Bones McCoy, who obviously won that feature at Mandurah going back a couple of weeks ago. Scared Lomar looks the hardest to beat in this race. Box 4 this week as opposed to box 1. If Scared Lomar does make a little mistake, Turbo Fun's very strong to the line. Does have that little flat spot mid-race, but I just think that Ben Starr, if he does begin well, Turbo Fun, I think that will take care of that. Won't be too much of a problem here. Here's a bit of value there in race 7. Number 1, Turbo Fun to go with race 4. Number 3, Hurricane Taylor. Where are you going for an investment on Saturday night?
Mate, I'm heading towards race 1, number 8, Hinto for my best bet. And Brett, they say the definition of madness is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. I've tipped this dog.
Yeah, but we're punters, so we don't really subscribe to that. Yeah,
logic does not come into
Absolutely.
it, does it? Tipped this dog the last couple of starts. He's let me down. One of those best bets I'm not really that confident about. How could you be? Like, his starts in the last couple of weeks have been woeful and put himself in a fair bit of trouble. He's a better dog than that. All he needs to do is start just on even terms. He should be able to clean this field up. Surely.
3 weeks ago,
happen.
well, 3 or 4 weeks ago,
happen.
3 or 4 weeks ago, he won a derby.
He did, exactly
against a very good field. So, look, if he does begin on terms, he can show that really good turn of foot, and he can get to the front here. And if he leads, well, it's
if he does lead, exactly right. But come out on even terms at least. Hinto. So that's in race 1, wearing the fairy floss, the Molly Ringwell Pretty in pink. And for my value play, heading towards the very next race, race 2, the dog jumping out of box 2, Zarbel. Saw this dog on debut in WA last week. Look, was okay. The run, I think, will definitely see some improvement from him. He'll need to improve here if he's going to have some success here. But look, happy to have a small speculative each way bet on Zarbel on Saturday night, race 2, number 2.
They generally improve second up too. They see the track and can certainly improve from there.
That's the hope.
Absolutely. Ripping card there at Cannington on Saturday night.
It is. Now, I'm going to cut in, Brett. I'm going to put you on the spot. Winter Cup, it's hard. I've dodged it. You've dodged it. But if you had to make a selection there, where would you be heading?
Well, Momentum's going to be favourite, and for very good reason. Look, if he gets to the front, he was a moral beat last week. If he gets somewhere near them, he'll obviously be the strongest late. Westland Bray does have a knack of beginning really well from outside draws, and I think that if he crosses and Momentum finds trouble, it's Westland Brays. But they're the two that I'm heading towards. They'll be both pretty trim in the market, and that's why I'm not really throwing out a bet there without having a deeper look. But they're the two off the box draw that I think are best served to put their best foot forward there on Saturday night. Yourself?
Great race. Oh, look, go with Momentum for the class, but look, you can make a case for
I might just get the 8-sided dice out.
Roll it. Absolutely. Look, great racing coming up over the weekend. Make sure you get down to the track. If you can't, though, Brett, we'll be seeing you next week on
Greyhound Gold.